That was really sad.
Give it up for Snakes. What the fuck was that? Come on. Yes. All right. So keep that going for your amazing cast of Notorious B.O.Z. Everybody, come on.
So polite, so good. We're nailing it so far, everybody. Thank you all for coming down to Last Best Comedy tonight. By a round of applause, who has never seen a Notorious B.O.Z. show before? Okay, glad I asked. Here's how it works. So every week we get to invite somebody else from around the community down here to tell some true stories from their life. Then this cast takes those stories and pulls out themes and characters and ideas and improvises scenes out of that. It's super fun. We get to know our town and our community a little bit better, and it's just a fucking awesome experience. Tonight, it'll be one of the weirder ones we've ever done. I'm super excited for it. But we've not done this before, so we'll improvise our way through together. To get us started, please welcome the Executive Director of the Montana Outdoor Science School, Johan Eriksson. I got it!
I'm the straight guy. So yes, thanks all for to Last Best Comedy for hosting us tonight, and thank you all for coming out. Some of you, I'm sure, were dragged here, potentially unwillingly, but I'm glad you're here nonetheless. My name is Johan Eriksson. I'm the Executive Director at Montana Outdoor Science School. I'm also a scientist, and I got into science through experiences in the outdoors as a kid, and that's partly a big part of what motivates me as Executive Director at MOS is making sure that other kids get experience doing sciencey kind of things in the outdoors. And so MOS, we're coming up on our 30th summer of our 30th summer of offering summer camps. During that time, approximately 10,000 local kids have gone through MOS summer camps, which is a big number. We also get out to 5 Montana counties to bring science education directly to the schools. So rather than having the schools bus to us, we go out to those schools, five counties. And recently, because we've heard over and over again, parents say, "Oh geez, I wish I could do something like that." We are also expanding our adult outdoor science opportunities. So as you hopefully know, not only is this entertainment tonight, but it's also a fundraiser. And you might wonder why. Why would MOS need to have a fundraiser when demand for our camps is so high? Well, in large part because we're limited in what we can do by the number of vans we have. And we have 3 vans. One of them is quite old. In fact, some of our instructors are younger than the van. So with those vans, so we need to replace one of those vans and we need to get a new van. And when we get an additional van, we can get another 300 kids into summer camps and also school programs. So an additional van will be able to expand our outreach. So we're trying to raise $150,000 for 2 new vans, and as I said, we'd be able to get more kids into camp and into school programs. 5 donors, including myself, have contributed to a $2,500 challenge match. So for every $1 you give, it becomes $2. Every $50 you give becomes $100. Every $1,000 you give becomes $2,000, right? So in addition to, so you'll be able to access that information Some of that's on each of the tables, but also there's these little flyers here with QR codes. So it's next to the drinks QR code. So this is access both to the donation page, but also to there's an online auction that's going on right now, and the online auction, which we're not doing here, the online auction goes until 9:30 tonight. And then there's even more. There's stuff in the back room. There are a couple of items that are only here. So that'd be a backpack plus a feeding frenzy with Moss animals. And so, yeah, head back out that way. And also some really cool bandanas that are Moss specific. So tonight you'll get to meet a couple of the Moss animal ambassadors and some people too. But some of those will show up here on the bandana. So please check that out. And with that, the first person I'll introduce is Melanie with Charlotte.
Hi everybody, how are you tonight? My name is Melanie Laram. I'm the education specialist at Moss. What a big part of my job is I support a lot of people, a lot of the other staff at Moss. I like to joke that if you are a fan of The Office, I like to joke I'm the assistant to the regional manager. A big part of my job is making sure that instructors are prepared. They know their materials, they know their curriculum, and they also know how to take care and handle our animal ambassadors that we have. We have 8 animal ambassadors. They're all trained, and at some point in Moss history, I was also a tiny little instructor, and someone trained me about them all. And they said, here's all the animals, here's how you handle them. And then they said, with this one that I have here, they said, don't touch her, she's dangerous. I said, oh? An animal ambassador that's dangerous? That doesn't sound good. And they said she's venomous, which is a true fact about this creature here. This is Charlotte the Chilean rose tarantula. Indeed, she is venomous. But when we first started at Moss, she was not allowed to be touched. She was not allowed to be held. It looked much like this whenever we went to schools or to programs. We would simply bring her in her tank, show her in there, maybe move a structure or two in order so that folks could see her, but we really didn't handle her or touch her at all. That was just the go-to. Until a few years ago, somebody on the staff talked to an old board member and found out, oh, Charlotte actually used to be held all the time. Guess whose job it was to socialize her? Along with that information, something else cool came out. We learned that Charlotte is at least 19 years old. Tarantulas, female tarantulas, can live anywhere from 20 to 25 years, so she is a little geriatric spider. Males, unfortunately, don't live as long. They only live about 5 years, so that's part of why we know she is a female. She has been around for a long time at Moss, and I did eventually socialize her, and so now I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to explain the procedure. I'm going to explain it to you, but then I'm actually going to ignore about half of the procedure. Part of it's because there's a little Steve Irwin in my heart that watched too many of his programs growing up, and part of it is also that I recognize her behavior. I know what to expect, and I know what's to come, so I can kind of push the boundaries. I'm comfortable enough at this point with that. The first step, I want you to imagine with me. I'm an instructor. I go into a one-room schoolhouse. I sit the children down in a circle, and I say to them, all right, now I'm going to pull out Charlotte and her tank. I set the tank down and talk about her a little bit, talk about how she's a predator, and eventually lead up to feeding her a cricket. I am not going to feed her cricket tonight because she hasn't eaten since November. So the likelihood she's going to eat tonight, probably not there. So ignoring that first step in the process. Second step in the process is then to offer a hand to her and actually kind of gently motion for her to crawl onto my hand. And she will display body language that will indicate she's either tolerant of being handled or she is absolutely not about it. If you were my students, I might ask, what does an angry spider look like? And what do you think an angry spider looks like? Ooh, yeah, but a little bigger. She will throw her hands up. She will literally try to act as if she's about to attack me, about to bite me. Her go-to defense is not to bite, but the risk is never zero. So I'm gonna do that with y'all here tonight. We're gonna see how tolerant she is about being handled. As a last note, when I was first learning to handle her, it was all about training myself just as much as training her. And I was very afraid about being bit, so I found lost and found gloves in the... This is what I wore to travel. I'm at a point where I don't need that anymore. Let's see what happens. Y'all ready? Very excited. For those of you who are arachnophobes in the front row, I'm very sorry. There she is. I said Trillian Rose Tarantula. She has pink on her head, which is pretty exciting, pretty cool. It's not her that's making me nervous, it's you all there. Yeah, we can do it tonight, everybody. The story doesn't end though there. So I was very excited to bring her to programs now that I knew how to hold her. I would take her out to show kids. I want you all to imagine the school, one-room schoolhouse once more. The children are all seated in the circle, and we are talking about her. I've got her in my hands, and she's actually walking a ton in this moment in time. She's walking so much that I thought, this is different behavior. This is odd. This is not normal. I wasn't too worried about it though. I just kept talking about her. I would look up at her, look up at the crowd, and as I was looking up at talking to the children, I felt something on my hand, and I thought for a second, dear God, it's happened. She finally bit me. I pushed the threshold. I've Steve Irwin myself and been bit. So I looked down. I did not get bit. In fact, she had done something I didn't know spiders could do until this point. She had pooped on me. It was kind of gray, kind of white. It wasn't very much, but it sure did. It was fascinating. The children laughed. It was great. I went home that night, talked about it with my household, and then as I was walking around my home, you know how you have spots in your home where you're like, oh, there's a little dust there. I'll get it eventually. There had been a spot in the corner, and the spot in the corner, I realized after a while, I was like, that spot wasn't there when I first installed my floor. I think that's spider poop. And then I realized in the windows, you know, sometimes you get a jumping spider in your window and there's little dots sometimes in the window. Suddenly I connected the dots. It was not just dots, it was spider poop. And it occurred again and again and again until I realized, my God, there's spider poop everywhere in the world. I would never have known if a tarantula had not pooped on me. And now you all know.
I'm going to select one of you to mate with today. And I don't want you to fight over that, okay? My 5-year-old boys. Come now, feed me something.
Do you like that better, or do you like mine?
Oh, it's not about who I like better.
But mine is pudding.
Yes, and yours?
Great.
Grapes. And what a flavor combination those two things are. Boys. Stop it. You're so mad right now. Lower. I know you two boys used to be best friends. Before I came into the picture with my 19-year-old body. I know you won't live long past this year. But if there's one thing I want, it's for the two of you to make up. To be best friends
What?
again.
No,
To be
I
best
can't be with him. I can't be with him ever.
Stop it. What's something that you still love about what this guy's name is? Kyle! Something you still love about Kyle.
He's so funny.
See?
Nobody makes me laugh like Kyle. Nobody ever has and nobody ever will, being that I'm almost gone.
You're raising your hand. Are you getting angry? Please put your hand down. Don't. No? Now.
Why? I said a nice thing. I know, but the only response I have is anger.
Boys! Now you say something nice about this one. What's your name?
Steve.
Steve. Say something nice about
He's so gentle. Not with everyone.
Oh, well, look at that. My two little 5-year-old boys.
You still have to choose.
I do.
You have to choose the color. What is it, grapes or custard?
Stop it! Stop it, boys!
Pudding. I thought it was custard. Pudding.
Stop it. You
Just
think you're...
tomatoes. Sorry.
What? This is my den. I'll talk as I do. Who says I only have to mate with one of you?
Another day in the office. Oh yeah. I love this place. I love being coworkers with you.
You too, Melanie!
Yeah. Monday. No one does Mondays like we do, bitch. Woo! Woo!
It feels so good to be back in the office after a long weekend.
I know. Oh man, you got up to some crazy stuff this weekend, didn't you?
Like ridiculous. I spent all day Saturday cleaning the spider poop off of my
What?
window. It's ridiculous.
And that was you weren't even at work.
I know, right? It follows me everywhere. So that's why I'm glad to be back.
Oh man, I mean, when you love what you do, it's not a job.
Right.
Oh no. Good thing we love it.
This is
Good
why I'm
thing we
here.
love it. Do what you do.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Get the shovel.
Gotta get it before it hardens.
Oh yeah. Right away.
I don't want to be looking back at it like 3 years from now and being like, oh, what's that? Some weird thing on the floor. Nope, it's spider poop.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Huh, wow, look at you. Look at your technique.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had all weekend to practice.
Yeah, you did. Huh.
What did you do this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend?
What did you do this weekend?
Oh, what did I do
party
this
girl?
weekend? Well, I got to clean a giraffe's butt.
Shut up.
I went to the zoo.
Oh my God.
And a giraffe needed me.
Yes, they did. Yes. So, I mean, I've always wondered, do you get like a little tiny glove or do you get a big?
A huge one. It's a huge one. I was like, and I reached in there.
With that face?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you're Is that your happy face?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like really into it.
All right.
What do you recommend my happy face look like, Nick?
I've never stared at the butt of a giraffe before. So
What would your face look? Imagine, just imagine. You're like,
Okay.
Maybe a tongue?
Put on my little glove.
Oh, it's a little glove?
I get a lift this, right? And I go up to the giraffe. Do they kick?
I I mean, you're the expert custodian for the animal park, man.
Not for the big animals.
That's
just
true.
The small ones.
Yes, they do, kid. You have to be aware of that.
I come up to him and be like,
Yeah.
hey, buddy.
Oh,
Hey.
just pat their big old butt.
Yeah.
No, they're
Like
still
I'm
not
there.
talking about how they slept together. No, they're still ignoring it. They're just I'm
So-
so bad.
So then I put on protection. Like I always.
Do you always?
The first thing I need to tell you is I'm just an ambassador. I don't actually. I represent the animals. I'm not an animal, but I represent them. I speak for them.
You had me fooled. Paul, you look so socialized, and I thought, join me here on this yacht.
I am a human. I just speak for the animals. But you can ask me anything you want, Tusker. The bird wants to know. Are you single?
And my age. Stop.
I don't know how to translate. She didn't answer the question. She wants to know, would you like to go for a yacht side crew walk? Sorry. Well, she can't fly. Trying to translate.
I thought you'd never ask. I have a couple of Mai Tais prepared.
Do you drink? I drink for the animals as well.
Again, you're not only socialized, you're so sophisticated. Cheers. You spilled a little.
Oh, do you have any restrooms? Or do you know where the restroom is?
Are you asking for this animal or yourself?
I'm a human. I don't need to use the restroom as often as this stowaway rabbit.
So unusual seeing a rabbit on a yacht.
Yes. So. How'd you get on the? I'm asking the rabbit how she got on the boat. Murder.
We have something in
Guess she
common.
doesn't need to know where the restroom is.
I murdered to get on the boat as well.
Oh.
You didn't ask if I was socialized. You just assumed.
I must warn you that if you kill me, you will be sending a message to the entire animal kingdom. I'm sorry you've done it to yourself.
Please! I haven't eaten in months!
You okay?
Yeah, fine. You okay?
You don't look okay.
Why? Why do I not? Do I look too shiny in my face?
And also, mouth shape. Upset stomach? What's going on?
No, I'm fine. I was just about to eat my tuna.
Don't
What?
pretend like you don't have to.
I'm not pretending.
Lauren, just tell me what's going on.
Nothing going
This is
on.
not you behaving yourself.
I'm behaving
You're
myself.
not behaving like yourself.
Well, that-
You behaving yourself is not the kind of language I meant. You're not behaving like yourself. I'm not scolding you for not behaving yourself. That would be inappropriate. What I am doing is saying you're not behaving like yourself. body language is weird.
What are you talking about? My body language is fine.
I know you.
Okay.
I know you.
Yeah, I get
I can
that.
tell by your mouth shape.
What? Nothing is wrong with my mouth shape. And now I'm super self-conscious about my mouth shape.
What is going on?
Nothing is going on. This is a
Did you get a
one-room
bad call?
schoolhouse. I can't escape you. Teacher,
Students, as you can see, the couple is beginning to get a bit tenuous.
we're on display. Just act normal.
Yeah.
For God's sake, and let me eat my crickets.
They really fight like that?
Well, it's starting to get interesting.
I think she's in heat.
This is ridiculous. I can't bet you're not acting normal at all.
I'm just eating my crickets. I just
Look at your mouth.
What is
Look
wrong
at
with
your
my
mouth.
mouth? Nothing is wrong with my mouth.
And as you can see, he's beginning to get ruffled. Do you see, children? Nope. Spiky.
Fine, fine. You don't want to tell me about it? You don't want to tell me about it? You don't want to tell me what's going on? I'm the only other person in my universe. I live in a little glass universe.
Do you think I don't live in this glass universe? You think that this is only this one-room schoolhouse? This is all we live in?
Is it possible that she has to poop?
She is eating, so it is imminent that she will let it go.
Okay, I had a bad dream.
Yeah, thank you, okay?
I had a bad
Now we
dream.
can get past it.
I had a dream you were shedding with somebody else.
That's not fair.
Yeah, well, you were.
That's not fair.
Don't you put those down.
So we're not gonna be able to touch anything today?
Oh, no, we cannot touch them.
Okay, so you're gonna be mad at me all day.
Cricket is
God
cold.
knows how long. Okay, that's probably my fault, right?
No, it's probably your fault.
I ruined your cricket.
You should have
I-
woken me up when they put the crickets in here.
As you can see, students, she's increasing her eating. She's eating the crickets.
Do you have any fun animals?
I have a cricket. I was wondering, could I put it in?
Jimmy approached very slowly.
Don't tell me.
You're gonna make yourself sick.
Don't tell
Do
me.
not eat any more
I will
crickets.
eat as many fucking crickets as I want.
You're out of your mind.
They're opening the gate. They're opening the gate.
I haven't eaten a cricket since November, and I'm fine.
They're opening the gate. There's a cricket. Why don't you eat one now, big boy?
Place it or drop it. Place it or drop it.
If you want to lose a finger, place it.
It's just like a man. He never eats, and you just maintain a perfect weight. Well, I gotta fucking be allowed.
I'm just gonna take a really quick flash photo.
I can't look away.
We got our next one coming up, so let's just keep some polite applause.
Oh, out of the cage.
Next up is Kelly with Maisie.
I'm gonna try this a snake in one hand and a mic in the other. We'll see how it works. Well, hey everybody. My name is Kelly Nicholson. I wear many hats in the Bozeman community, but tonight I am wearing my Moss instructor hat. And I am joined by Moss's two corn snakes here. So here in the tank is Maisie, the corn snake, the poster girl for this event tonight. But she is shedding, so I will not be handling her tonight. It's uncomfortable for her. So I have her understudy. This is Rosie. So Rosie is also a corn snake. Maisie here is about 10 years old. I think Rosie is around 7 years old. And in captivity, these animals can live 20 years or longer. Corn snakes get their name from their, it's going to be challenging to tell a story with an active snake around my arm. So this is fun. I practice at home, but you can't really practice without a live snake. So, right, so corn snakes get their name from their habit of hanging out around grain silos where they prey on mice and rats that eat harvested corn. Some folks also think they get their name from the kind of square shaped, I don't know if you folks can see her underbelly there, kind of her square shaped underside that looks a little bit like a corn cob. So corn snakes are non-venomous, and both of these snakes have been fan favorites with Moss students for many years. Now, I'm not really sure what you're doing, snake. I wanted to tell a story about Maisie specifically because I really admire Maisie's adventurous spirit. She likes to travel and she has no problem exploring the world on her own. Right about now, I bet y'all are wondering how I know that. So when I first started at Moss as a part-time instructor, I wasn't around a lot, but I was still in on General Moss Communications. And one morning in April of 2021, I got an odd text message from our education director, Molly, something along the lines of, "Has anyone looked in on Maisie this morning?" Well, we got a couple of other cryptic text messages throughout the day, culminating in a tell-all email around 10:30 that night. Maisie had escaped. So let's back up to the start of the day. Martin, the lead instructor that year, had come in to clean the snake tanks, and he'd started with Maisie's. And he was scooping out the wood shavings in the bottom of the tank, and with the expectation that there would be a snake curled up somewhere in there, and once found, she could be relocated to a temporary tank while Martin finished cleaning. But it didn't take long for Martin to realize that Maisie was not where she was supposed to be, and panic broke loose. So, by a show of hands in the room, who all was able to visit the old Moss office out of the Fish Tech Center? Some folks, right? So you all know that it's not a very large space, and it was chock full with teaching supplies and hula hoops and games and outdoor gear and arts and crafts supplies and books and animal tapes and office equipment. Basically a lot of places for a 2-foot-long snake to hide. And Moss staff was warned, if they had any aversion to snakes, to maybe not come into the office because they might be the one to find her. She could be anywhere. So rescue efforts that first day yielded no results. Had she found a nice, quiet, inaccessible to humans heat vent to snuggle up next to? Was she hiding in a pair of waders full of mouse poop by the back door? Had she gone on another accidental coffee run riding in an instructor's pocket? No one knew, and the question on everyone's mind was, where was Maisie? Martin, bless his heart, thought he had looked everywhere. And he really gave it a valiant effort. But he'd missed one box of donated rocks just a few feet from Maisie's tank. And sure as shit, when he opened it up, curled up amongst the abandoned stones, was our milk carton corn snake, Maisie. Maisie was safely returned to her tank, and an extra rock was put on the lid. I say extra, there were 2 already there. And to this day, she has not attempted another escape yet. Thank y'all very much.
Good job, Rosie.
So, Brock.
Nothing, Roll. It's weird that you were named after not a rock.
Yeah, because I am one.
Yeah. Do you ever think about it?
About being a rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about it a lot.
Yeah?
I think about like how good I am at doing my job, which is just to sit here and be heavy. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Nothing ever like lifts me up or nothing. Do you think about being a rock?
I mean, I do, but like I get really scared when I think about it too much.
Well, I gotta add one more rock to this. Into this tank here. I know you're a sassy rock and you've been in a box for a long time, but I bet you'll get along with these 2. Okay. Don't roll around so much.
We were just having.
Hey guys.
We were just having an existential talk about being rock.
What does that mean?
Just two rocks that can do our jobs.
You guys like to smoke?
No, we're responsible rocks.
Yeah. We just usually sit here and talk about where we come from and where we're
This
gonna
rock
go.
is wearing a Rolling Stones t-shirt.
And actually, we don't even need another rock. We totally got it covered, and we don't need your help.
Yeah, we
So
didn't
why don't you
ask
just-
for another one to enter our box, so.
Yes, why don't you just like...
Hey, I was just placed here, alright? Lighten up.
Hey, stop displacing me!
Roll!
I'm late. I can't roll. I'm stuck.
Are you single?
I guess so. I never really thought about it. Wait a minute. Two rocks? Two rocks?
I'm much less stable in this configuration.
It's okay, Roll. You can stay right where you are.
My whole identity is based on my stability and consistency.
Yeah, that must suck for you.
You might want to close your ears.
Yeah, we're just gonna experiment with something real quick. Just do a quick little sign.
I hear everything.
Do you like the music of the Rolling Stones?
Honestly, yeah. I really also like Bob Dylan's song, Like a Rolling Stone. Did you ever think about that?
You're smart. How long are we gonna be here, Jeff?
2.
Did you count them all?
There's supposed to be 4 cheetahs, and there's only 3. There's a cheetah missing.
Well, what are we gonna? Are you gonna work at overtime? I thought we were gonna go to the Olive Garden to have a special night.
Marjorie, I understand that it's our monthly date night.
It is we prepare. You don't think I prepare my body for tonight? This is the one night I'm fully prepared for you.
Marjorie, it is not.
There's a doorbell here.
Yes, cheetah. Come into the cheetah cage with us.
Hello. Just me, human.
That's a nice mustache you got.
Hey, Marjorie, quit hitting on the guy.
I'm
all
not
right?
hitting on this full human man.
Can we help you?
I'm a traveling babysitter looking to take care of children.
That's a really nice sport coat you got there. Really good, beautiful
Oh, thank
spots.
you,
there.
yes.
Yeah, that's lovely, Marjorie.
Yes, it's soft.
Now you stop hitting on him. I told you no threesomes. That one was enough for me. A tail pokes out.
Whoa!
Is that an
As I
animatronic
said,
something?
I'm a babysitter. I like to entertain children with my goofy, not real tail.
Well, you're here after hours. There's no children here right now. We're missing a cheetah.
Jeffrey.
Oh!
What
Have you
are
counted?
we doing here? I thought we were going to the OG.
I understand. Yes, and you look lovely, but I have to find the cheetah. It's missing and it's gonna kill somebody.
I put my tits in a bra.
You don't have to say that in front of the
Oh,
crowd.
this guy doesn't mind.
Would it help at all if I looked after the cheetahs while you all go about your business?
Look, you can
I can take care of them.
Look, this guy wants to watch the cheetahs so we won't miss our reservation. And by reservation, I mean walking in, because they don't take reservations.
He's obviously well trained. This is a great animatronic
That's
tail.
a great tail.
My goodness, you must be amazing with the kids.
I'm going to tell you, this moisture is not going to last long, so we got to get her and get home.
All right, Marjorie, all right. Well, we're going to the Olive Garden. If you don't mind, keep your eyes open. Boy, you've got beautiful big eyes.
Oh,
Oh, look at those incisors. Those are some pretty big incisors. You want us to bring you back some breadsticks? They won't let you bring... What? Hey, bread.
My goodness, that's quite a musk. What do you wear?
Jeffrey's always looking for a new scent.
I like new scents. I spend all day with animals. I like to
I'm natural.
myself up.
I'm a completely natural.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'll keep an eye on the cheetah cage.
Oh, sure.
Marjorie,
What?
shall we, my dear?
To the OG?
To the OG.
A couple of presidential margaritas for you and me?
Get us on for the night. We'll never forget.
I'll never forget it.
Breaking news. Breaking news. The question on everyone's mind is, where is Maisie.
Wait, Macy's not here?
No, everyone around town has been asking where Maisie is.
Yeah, I need
Thank
to
you,
know
John.
where Macy is.
I'm out in the street wait, the TV! Maisie's missing? Oh, no!
Janet Burnett's got a story on the street. Janet, can you hear me?
Yeah, thanks, John. Yes, I'm out here in front of the old Moss small enclosure.
I know about
and
that.
every single Moss member is crammed in there like a clown in a car. They're looking for Maisie.
You got this, honey. Do you hear
Hoping
Maisie's
to
gone?
find some update for you. I'm gonna knock the
Maisie's
door
gone.
straight open it.
I'm sorry to interrupt your report. Is someone giving birth?
Maisie's gone! I can't burn the child into this world! And Maisie's gone! The community is on the hole! The community is in the quicksand! We've got to find this snake, John! I'm going to reach in and ask the Moss employees if they've had any luck!
All right, Janet. Let us know how that goes. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, also breaking news, I have no idea where Macy is. That's a thing that is
Unusual thing to say during a live
breaking
report.
news to everyone. Todd doesn't know where Macy is, so don't ask him.
Hey, let's kick it over to Scoot Brooks for sports.
Hey!
Oh, looks like Janet's back.
I've got some breaking news, John. I've opened up the door and a snake-like creature left, but I'm not
Was it
exactly
Maisie?
sure. I don't know. I've never seen the animal myself.
It's a corn snake.
Excuse me. It's reporters like you that let the snakes out. So shut the door, okay?
This is
The snake's out.
This is a reputable news program. We can't just be having people wandering in and having conversations with our street reporters.
I'm sorry, John. I'm just gonna go in and get this thing figured
You're
out.
gonna go live with your father. I'm telling you right now, he's here. You're living with him. I don't want you anymore. Wait,
But Mom,
I got news on my phone. Watch.
wait, I got news on my phone.
Maisie's missing. I want to get remarried, and I love you forever. You'll never leave me.
Well, we're not close to finding Maisie, but let's see what the weekend weather looks like. Am I right, Tom?
You're right.
Hey, Tom.
You're Scoot Brooks.
I am
We're supposed to be
Brooks.
doing sports.
Weather and sports.
Okay.
It's gonna be raining out there. And
What are you doing, Scoot? This is my pop, my job. I do well.
I was just trying something new.
Oh, that's great.
Scoot,
What little thing
Yeah?
happened?
I'm not trying to be fresh here, but is that a corn snake in your pocket?
Oh, that's a good one.
Such a fun adult science mixer.
You could just leave me here the whole day.
No, Trent, we can't do that. You can't lay out here the whole day. You gotta come back with me and your grandpa.
I'm totally fine out here in the backyard.
Trent, you know your asthma's gonna get to you any second.
Okay, let's take another one out.
And finally, we have Jess with Newton.
Hello everyone.
Well, as we already said, we have Newton here tonight. And my name is Jess Haas, and I used to be the executive director at Moss. And yeah, I passed the baton to Johan, doing an awesome job. If you can go back in time with me. So think summer 2020. We have just gone through our first summer of the pandemic, which for summer camps like Moss means that we have secured the most sought after PPE, and that is 40 tons of hand sanitizer and 57 pool noodles. Oh, hi, Newton. 57 pool noodles to ensure social distancing for kids. Yes, that's it. Hi, Newton. Oh, yes, I love you too. Yes, I love you. He's very cuddly. You wouldn't think about that with a bearded dragon, but he is. He is. Moss has also just gotten away from, well, not gotten away from, but we've also survived a black bear in our outdoor shelter. Got stuck in there, decided to tear its way out. That was also a shelter we were renting, so you know how that goes. And as if we hadn't shown our resilience enough that year, we also then, last year's summer camp, kids are getting picked up by parents. We're all so happy. Instructors are like, thank God. And we see the smoke curling from behind the yeah. So wildfire, right? It's in all of our vocabularies. We all know about it. We all probably have answered that question around like a cocktail party. Like, oh, if you had to evacuate quickly, what would you take? Yeah, so things that were never on my list. A bearded dragon, a leopard gecko, 2 corn snakes, a Chilean rose tarantula, and a colony of 97 Madagascar hissing cockroaches. So we get the official evacuation orders from our old offices, small, tiny clown car kind of thing at Moss, and we get the evacuation order, and then we are, well, actually Mel is really great at grouping all the animals together, getting them with their food sources, and then divvying them up amongst staff members to take home for what I like to call a little lizard spend the night. So Newton and I, we have always had a tenuous relationship. Right? He, despite the fact that I drove all the way to Great Falls with to get a tank for him, and then drove back with literally the steering wheel in my chest because the tank was so huge it could barely fit in the back of my Nissan Rogue. I should have took one of the Moss vans, really. But still didn't like me. Still gives me the death glare all the time. Right? Despite the fact that I always okayed extra budget money to buy him super worms to have real juicy, crunchy green things, so disgusting. Still, he would sit in like the very back corner of his cage where he could see me in my office, and I swear, just glare at me. Just give me the stink eye the whole time. Right? And Newton has also pooped on me a lot, which until recently, if any of you have something around like a 4-month-old to a 6-month-old, I can say that the smell of the poop, it gives it a run for its money, like Newton poop and baby poop, definitely. So all of these things are reasons why I say, Newton, I'm gonna take Newton home. Mel, I volunteer. Give me Newton. Let me take him home. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna break this lizard. All right, we are gonna be friends by the end of this. Right? So I'm driving him home. I live about an hour away. I'm driving him home, and all of a sudden it dawns on me, and I think, like, if these heat lamps for his enclosure burn my house down, I am gonna be so pissed. So pissed. All right, so that first night, I check on Newton at least 4 or 5 times, mostly his heat lamps, and make sure that they're not getting too hot and on the verge of having another wildfire. Anyways, still no appreciation from Newton. I also take his little crickets, because I've taken those home too, and I hand feed him. I put his little crickets in the calcium powder, I shake them up, I run after and I catch the ones that inevitably escape in my living room, and then my tweezer, give him a little cricket. Still, no lizard love coming from him. I even get a baby playpen before I had a kid, and I got this baby playpen, Facebook Marketplace, you know. And I'm thinking, like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna enjoy outside, Newton's gonna enjoy outside in this baby playpen, right? Yeah, so I run inside real quick to go to the bathroom, him and his playpen. I come out and he's on top of the playpad, like 4 feet up, and just looking at me with a big open mouth, like, where do you think you're going? That's what's coming from Newton. Right? So all of this, and Newton still, not an ounce of gratefulness from him. We're not making any moves in the lizard friendship here. Until I realize, like, hey, I got sent home with Newton's harness, and Newton has a leash. Huh. So, here I am, enjoying the outdoors. I think Newton just wants to enjoy a nice stroll with me as well. So I kid you not, I get Newton in the harness in my left hand, I get my dog Hazel in the harness in my right hand, and we go neighborhood strolling in the valley. Just day in, day out, taking Newton out there with Hazel. And so my neighbors probably think I'm a complete weirdo, but in my eyes, and as you can see, it was totally worth it.
Hey, Marcus.
Hey, Todd.
Just doing some spreadsheeting.
Cool.
Yeah, I got a lot of work to do though, so maybe a little privacy. It's I know it's a large office, but you can maybe go to another one or your own cubicle.
Wouldn't you like that, Todd? Wouldn't you like
Todd,
that?
she doesn't like her. She doesn't like you. You're gonna have to take her home.
I know that my parents named me Marcus and I'm a girl. Is that why you don't like me?
I do have a lot of work to do.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have to take her home. You're gonna have to take her home and woo her.
I'm gonna break you, Todd. I'm gonna break you.
I'm gonna go get some snacks and vending
Well,
machine.
why do I have to take home a girl who hates me?
It's the only way for you two to get along in the office. She's wearing a leather brassiere that's tied to a rope.
When are we leaving? I know you like to leave the office a little early.
Oh, you do. She got you there. You do like to leave early.
Well, I'm feeling like I'm not going to get much done today, so...
Probably not.
She's also wearing a bib that says I love superworms.
I guess,
When are you gonna take me out for super worms, Todd?
okay.
You gonna finish that spreadsheet or not?
No, I've already given up on the
Maybe you
spreadsheet.
shouldn't.
Marcus, I'm not even being mean to you. Let's just go. Let's get some super worms.
You guys are
Okay,
being
whatever.
super awkward. If you could take it home, that'd be great.
This is like, we share this office. This is both of our offices.
Yes, I understand.
And also me.
No one ever talks about me!
All right, wanna go?
Yeah.
Then let's go.
Okay.
Montage of this guy trying to woo Marcus! Ooh, flowers!
Chocolate.
A playpen in a meadow.
A trucker hat that says "Break this lizard down."
Handcuffs?
No.
Listen, Marcus, you're so hard. You're so hard to get along with. I've done all the things that I do on dates. And
Look, son, I don't know. I want to say that you know how to handle women, but you don't seem to know how to handle women.
I'm not even like looking to handle women. I just want to do my normal office job, go home, eat Subway, go back to work.
So you're just gonna ignore all women for the rest of your life?
Well, that'll, I mean,
That's
they
pretty misogynistic, I'm gonna say that.
I'm not trying to, I'll talk to them. I just don't, I
Talk
don't
to
need
them? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? You know, if I talked like that around your mother, rest her soul, she'd spit in my face. She's dead, so now I can belittle women. But you haven't.
I'm just trying to be I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'll talk to any female.
Stop saying it like that. Any female. Goodness gracious.
Wait, is that calcium?
Yeah. Yeah, it's calcium light. I can't drink the full calcium. Yeah, see what I'm talking about?
Dad, I want to be a superworm and you can't stop me!
We've had this conversation before, Slinky. You're not able. You don't have what it takes.
I do have what it takes. I've read all the magazines, and I've read my favorite comic book over and over. Superworm, so crunchy. And I know I can grow big and fat. I don't have to be a stupid earthworm. I don't want to be an earthworm like you.
You know, you can belittle me in it all you want, but I put food in this hole, don't I?
We get the food,
never
we get
starved
food
because
from
of
the
me.
dirt. I think we get food from dirt.
Exactly.
We eat our house and then we poop it out and that makes better dirt.
See what it takes you?
I know how to be an earthworm and I'm saying it's weak. Superworms are big and fat and they get to live in stores. And then they have crunchy exoskeletons and they're full of juice.
Do you have any idea what happens to superworms?
Yeah, they solve crime and they
Hey guys, I'm back from college.
Oh my God, Bethany!
Little bro, Dad.
Bethany.
He's got a big ass W on his chest.
Holy shit!
Bethany, we don't need you coming back here and showing your brother how it is out there in the wild world.
You mean that I'm super?
Stronger than a snake. Heavier than a taco.
You don't have to play that song every time you say it.
I also eat cheeseburgers.
Faster than fair.
See, this is what you become. This is what you become. You do not want this to happen. Okay, with the song.
Meanwhile, back at college. Guanamouth.
What was that?
Well, where's Kyle? Stop it. I'm gonna only say this once. Never in my whole life did I think that having a three-way would result in my two partners loving each other more than they love me. Don't touch each other!
It's not anger.
Stop it! This breadstick could go on forever. And they'll just bring another basket.
Margaret, we shouldn't
Fill up on
overindulge because we're going to overindulge.
I know, and I don't want to eat so much bread that we can't perform later.
Exactly. It'd be,
Hello. I'm a human waiter.
I think we're ready for the check because
Yes, I'm a human busboy. I'm finished.
we are indeed. You can take the plates because tonight.
Wouldn't you rather us stick around as humans?
I don't think so.
No, what do you mean? Stick around. You're just waiters in a busboy.
We need to go home because tonight is the lizard sleepover, if you know what I mean.
Late breaking news, bad news for town. There's been a rampage at the Olive Garden, and there are wildfires closing in around town.
This just in. Todd didn't start any wildfires. Don't ask him.
Okay, Todd. Dire straits for the town here. We need we're Hail Mary here. We're looking for a superhero of some sort.
I'm not trying to kill anybody.
Todd, why do you always feel like the breaking news is about you?
I'm here. Superword.
What?
super.
Oh man,
If I wasn't locked in this shed, I'd be helping these people! I've eaten all my salmon!
Excuse me, the shed is a rental.
Oh well! I'm gonna help everybody! I'm gonna tear it apart!
Oh, hey. So my last relationship didn't work out. I'm right here. Oh, shit!
what's happened?
Just have to admit I'm kind of intrigued by this guy who didn't roll over for me. Smoked all my cigarettes. Oh, shit. You look pretty stable. I could use a rock like that in my life now.
I've got to get out of this shed if only the lid would come up! Stupid rat! Get out of here!
I just discovered my purpose!
Look at Newstown. We got cheetahs on the loose. We got a bear. I think I'm alone in the studio at this point, but I will keep delivering.
I did the bear. It had nothing to do with me. I'm on time. 5 minutes is on time. 5 minutes late is on time.
Asshole! It's my job!
Teacher, can we feed them or? Oh, yes. These tarantulas are playing newscasters.
I'm terribly sorry. I've just been speaking for so many animals. It's tough.
Oh! Well, maybe you could help me save some people. Sorry. I've never met a human that can, Are you gonna eat that? Because I'm gonna eat that. Are you gonna eat that one?
No. Bird does not want to be eaten.
Oh. Usually I don't ask. And that makes me a bad guy. But I'm working on myself, so I'm going more for consent now. So okay, you're not
I
consenting.
can mediate.
What?
I can mediate.
Hey, no, I don't need to eat the bird. I'm trying to save the town.
Oh!
Bing bong!
I can speak for this cheetah.
That's a cheetah? That just looks
How
like a
could you
baby.
tell?
You're obviously a cheetah. You have a name tag that says Mr. Cheetah. You have a tail.
Oh, he is a cheetah! Oh, my Lord Olegamy!
Bear, this town needs saving.
It does. You want to work together for once?
Just to be clear, when you save the town, are you going to give it?
Okay, yes. What are we gonna what?
We're gonna need an ambassador where we're going.
That's what I was wondering.
Dad!
What is it?
The town's on fire! I think, even though I'm not a superworm, I think we as earthworms, we can make a lot of soil to put out the fire. If we work together quickly and efficiently, we can make I can shut out so much soil.
Cooler cases! We can put this out in no time!
Oh, Mom, I knew you'd come back and support me.
Also, I'm here! I got out of that iguana's mouth! Because you're super! Start shitting, son!
Hold on. I only want to do it if Dad wants to do it. He's the head of this earthworm family.
Mother and I have talked. And we've decided that it's time we did our part, and you, little feller, are gonna lead the way.
Meanwhile, in a burning building.
Help! Help! Help!
Go, son! Go! Go, son!
There goes the sliding road. Watch him as he goes.
I got you.
Thank you, Mom!
ambassador for the humans and the animals.
I'm just a rock.
We'll be.
They're on a cruise ship.
You will sit here
I feel like king of the world.
on the front of the bow. And your stationary, stolid, stalwart calm will guide this boat and the rest of humanity into the future. Come to me, animals!